Okay, what's up, my people? My name is Asaf Ondikwera, your host for today. Welcome to the Zoom training, and it's going to be talking about treasure chest number 10. Treasure chest number 10 simply highlights the sales process in our multi-level marketing business. So before I even get started, I love the zeal and the confidence you build along the way as you basically build your network marketing business. But everything goes through a process, and this is pretty much the sales process we go through as network marketers to be able to build our techno project. This is comprised of the art of prospecting, the art of invitation, the art of presenting, the art of follow-up, the art of closing the sale, as well as the art of the ABC rule. In simple terms, what we call edification. Let's go through one at a time. The art of prospecting. Prospecting simply means going out in communities, picking out names and numbers and adding them to your name list. So it's an art, and you do it every day to get to where you want. So this is begin by identifying your target markets, and the first and most crucial thing, make a list. When you make a list, you'll be able to identify the people you need to contact. The name list is the most basic tool, but most underestimated tools in the sales process. So the natural process of sitting down and putting all the names you have and their contact numbers in a book is something that makes all people not want to do, but it is a very crucial process. I don't know what it is about writing. Most people do not like the habit of writing. Me, myself, as I start writing, I feel like my hands are itching. But the discipline of sitting down with yourself or your prospect for 2 to 3 hours and putting down all the people you know on paper or in a book called a name list. I'm a traditional guy. I still use what we call a black book to write my name list. So, and go for as many as 200 names plus. There's a World Health Organization report that says a name list, someone has a set of influence of over 200 people plus. Unless if you have a psychotic problem, to be able to come up with 200 names plus. If you don't have a list, you'd end up continually thinking, who am I going to talk to? But if you have a list, you simply look through those names and know who to contact on a daily basis. So this list is just a general list of people. They are not yet prospects. They are suspects. I want you to understand this. The prospect is different from a suspect. A prospect is someone who has some bit of intention to get started. But a suspect is anybody. You go to a stadium, you have to qualify them to be prospects. So not everyone is a prospect, but everyone is a suspect. Suspects are everywhere. We need to identify them as much as possible. So master the art of prospecting. It is simply going out in community, picking out names and numbers and adding them to your name list. Simply, how can you qualify someone from a suspect to a prospect? The form acronym is very powerful. If you went ahead and asked them, how are you, how is family, how is work, how do you spend your free time? If you fill in those questions, there's something that qualifies them for a prospect, pick their name and number and add them to your name list at any one moment. Deadly mistake. Talking to only your friends and family. Now, there's a tendency for so many MLM companies to teach business builders that only contact your friends, family, relatives, and neighbors. It is going to basically drain you. It is going to starve you as you build your business. So you have to have a strategy which talks to the warm market as well as the cold market. So you start from the warm market, the people you know, friends and family, then you graduate to what we call the cold market. Because most of the time, I'll give you an example, even Jesus Christ himself was not accepted where he was born. So who are you to think you're better than the King of Kings? Together? So have a strategy that also targets the cold market. Number 2 is the art of contacting or the art of invitation. The art of invitation simply means picking up a phone and giving a call to some people, or basically meeting someone on the streets and talking to them about exactly what you do. So the art of contacting or fixing an appointment with someone to be able to see your opportunity. So qualifying suspects to turn them into, this is qualifying suspects to turn them into prospects. Find out if they need your brands or your products or the service you offer, or the business or the daily income that you earn on a daily basis. All together? So when contacting, don't say too much about the business. There's a tendency for people to pick up that phone call to make invitations. And what they do is they even start explaining to people the nature of business. As a rule of thumb, never talk about the company you're trying to promote. Never talk about the kind of opportunity you're going to promote, you're going to be involved with. Now, when you pick up your phone call, you're simply inviting someone to come and see exactly what you do and you see if they can give you counsel or they can basically partner with you. So it is a special art and you need to do it. When you do it several times, it is going to be ingrained in your what? In your brain, and it will become very natural for you to prospect. I do what we call invitation or contacting. When you go to, these are the tips on invitation. Sample examples. Number one, I need to be quick as I am just about to head out. But I thought I should talk to you before I leave. Number two, the reason I called, blah, blah, blah. The reason I called, this is just a short in the dark. The reason I called is to find out whether you're going to be free this weekend. There's something I would like your counsel on. You see how that goes? I am working on a couple of projects. Number three, I'm working on a couple of projects with some really successful guys. I'm working on a couple of projects with some really successful guys, and I want you to take a look at it and yes, give me advice on whether you feel this is a fit for both of us. You're one of the sharpest people I know. You see how that goes? Number four, I thought you'd relate to what we are doing because you're a very business-oriented person. You have a very cute eye for basically business. Number five, obviously, I can't go through all the details over the phone because the explanation has pictures, numbers, and demonstrations. Your presence would be very highly appreciated. Do you get how that goes? So do not share too much information on your phone. Do not share too much information when you meet someone on the street. At a party, do not share too much information. Leave them curious. It is an art. Number six, but hey, I would like to show you what we are doing currently. Can you create some time for us to have a meeting? Number seven, when would be a better time to catch up? A weeknight or on the weekend? See how that goes. Number eight, book a time, be definite, do not dilly dally. Are we together? So the art of contacting, this is qualifying suspects to turn them into prospect. Find out if they need the product or brand that you promote. And when contacting, don't say too much about the business. Number three, the art of presenting. Now, before you even start your presentation, there are three types of presentation I've been training in my team. One is what we call the one-on-one. This is the must for everyone. That's where you get to learn the motivations of why someone is going to join your business. In a group presentation, you might not be able to identify. It might not be easy. This is the fine way to interact with your guests and get to know what pushes them to do what they keep doing. One-on-one. Then we have the home meeting, and then we have what we call a group or office presentation, where you have large numbers of people. So you need to become good. So you graduate from one-on-one, then you go to a home meeting, then you go to a group presentation. As a leader, make sure you expose your downlines at each and every level. If you see them stagnant, surprise them at every level and get them started. For the one-on-one, do like 10 one-on-ones for your business partners. On the 11th time, when they bring you a guest, go ahead and basically tell them to present. You're going to do the close. Home meeting, do like 4 for them. Let them invite guests at home. Now, when you do 4 presentations for them, the next one you do is you go together with them to their guests to present at their home meeting. So as they present, you present to them. As you're about to start the presentation, ask him to start the presentation, share the roles. Do not present 100% yourself. Do the group presentation. Through our meetings, after meeting, the sales meetings we normally have, this is where you start evaluating who has capacity to present. Not everybody in your team is going to present. Yeah, but most importantly, for every presentation, have the tools, one-on-one. Make sure you have those spiral notebooks. Make sure you have the presentation guide. For the home meetings, make sure you have a whiteboard or what we call a flip chart and a couple of markers. Keep it short and simple. A good presentation should take you between 40 to 45 minutes. One-on-one, minimum 15 minutes. Let your guests stay curious after the presentation. But as long as this presentation has a company profile, the brands you promote, the compensation plan, as well as your close, which has testimonials, it's as good as that. But keep it short and simple. So do the first 5 presentations with your upline, then edify your upline. I say for one-on-ones, do 10 for them as they grow. It depends on the kind of person you're trying to guide. So the art of presenting, practice makes progress. Nobody's perfect. Every time you do it consistently, you become better. And also copy the habits of good presenters. One of the tips I got from my upline was every time he told me that if you want to become good at presenting, get someone who presents very nice for you, record them on audio, write every word they basically use as an example, and when you go back at night to sleep, read through that presentation, listen to it in your taxi, in your car, play it several times. When you stand in front of people in a large audience, when you start presenting, you sound like the person you have been modeling. So I've basically duplicated like 5 types of presentation. And I do know one thing: when I stand in front of people to present, they basically start crawling, wanting to get started. So present, present, present. Do not get started. These are in your presentation at different points. Feel obliged to share. These are some of the 7 gifts of network marketing. Now, as you present, because not everybody will want to look at the technicals, the numericals. People want to see what is so unique about your opportunity that will basically impact their life. 7 gifts of network marketing. Let me share with you. Number 1, freedom to wake up each day with your plan. There are some people today, almost 75%, they do not own their life. His life is determined by the employer. He goes in the office at 8, he leaves at around 5. So his plan is determined by the employer. Number 2, the ability to change your future and the future of generations to come. In the Bible, it says that a good man, that is Psalms 13:20, a good man is one who leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So when you create time for yourself, 1, you're first going to change your future. When you create a solid business, automatically you're going to be able to help so many generations of grandchildren after generating a very powerful cash flow, because network marketing is a cash flow vehicle. And it helps you build every other traditional business to leave an inheritance for your children's children. Number 3, MLM gives you a chance every day to help someone to get something they want or need. You have an opportunity to basically impact people's lives in this way. Number 4, the ability to have fun at work all the time, because in MLM, you work, you play. The trips, the recognitions, the company events, the dinners, the dream nights, all these culminate into basically fun activities. Altogether, the ability to talk to someone new multiple times, the ability to talk to someone new multiple times, but you're going to be able to make as many friends as possible. And number 6 is the ability to work around your family and interests. A housewife can basically leave his home at around 11 and goes back at around 2, but those few hours she has worked for are able to basically push his family to the next level. So you can work in your own time, you can work at the convenience of your home, you can be able to give attention to your children and your family at the same time. Number 7, it gives you a chance to earn extra income on your time, not someone else's. I'll give you an example. When I started multi-level marketing, I started part-time. Now, the desires kept on growing after learning some things in the industry. I changed that goal of extra income, and then I migrated to financial freedom. So this is usually an opportunity. When you're working from, let's say, 6 p.m. up to around 8 in the evening, and you do it consistently for the next 1 year, just like someone goes to university, and he studies overnight, like in the night hours, to get a PhD or master's degree, if you give yourself from 6 up to 8 to build your network for the next 1 year, you would have a very big team that will generate a daily residual income as extra income. And let me tell you one thing, you do not have to force anyone to leave their current employment. After seeing that the income they get from network marketing is bigger than their part-time project, is bigger than their salary, automatically they will make a shift. You don't have to tell anyone to do it. So the art of presenting is going to help you, but make sure you point out all the benefits in your presentation, because this is the reason why people are going to get started. Number 4, the art of closing. We are talking about the sales process in multi-level marketing. The art of closing. At every stage, you have to become a master closer. When you're presenting in a large group of people, at every session, you need to learn skills on how you close the deal. The tips I can give you about closing is your confidence and your conviction is the #1 closing tool. If you look like what you're saying you believe in, automatically people are going to follow you. So your confidence, your posture is one of the ways you're going to have people. Dress well, dress the part, make sure you look like a millionaire mentality, make sure you look like the man you're talking about. It is only God who looks in the hearts of people, but human beings are going to judge you from the head up to the toe. So work on yourself for human beings in terms of the outside, the physical, but internally, work on yourself for God. Because whether like it or not, people are going to judge you. The kind of car you drive, the kind of house you live in, the kind of lifestyle you lead, and the kind of outfits you put on. All together? As you close, answer the question, why should I join you? Market yourself. Part of marketing yourself is you show that you're a leader, you know what you're doing. Most people will never join your opportunity because they don't see that you can basically get them to the next destination. This is why you need to basically introduce all your guests to your working upline or to basically a top leader in your organization. Because, well, even Jesus was rejected where he was born. Who are you to think that your friends are going to believe in you? This is where the ABC rule comes in. Sell your strategy to your prospect as you do the close. How do you do your business on a daily basis? How do you do it on a yearly or monthly basis? Sell the vision and the dream. Most of the time, people do this business for their own reasons. Now, as a leader, be in the habit of selling the vision most of the time. In our team, everyone who gets started within the next 1 year has basically bought a car. In our team, our goal is, our vision is to make sure that the whole entire Africa is under our team. Sell the vision more than you talk about money. All together? Compliment them on a daily basis. Every time you compliment a prospect in your closing, automatically they are going to open up and remove all the guards. Psychologically, you appear very attractive. So compliments is a very wonderful thing when you're closing. I think you show them the role they will play in the team. Identify their strengths and then show them what they can do to be able to push the team to another level. So you have to become a master closer. You have to close every time. Get yourself involved in closing all the time. Do not just present. We are not doing a university presentation as a lecture. We are doing a presentation to help people take action to change their life. And if you do not do that, automatically you will basically present for the rest of your life and wondering why people do not get started. So you have to become a master in the art of closing. Tips. How do you close? One of the closes I've been using most of the time is 1. On a scale of 1 to 10. 1 meaning I'm interested, and 10 meaning I'm interested, and then 1 meaning I am not interested. Where do you see yourself falling? All together? What did you like most? You see how that goes? Between 1 account, 3 accounts, or 7 accounts, or the VIP program, what would you prefer? All together? Some tips here, some questions you can use. What did you like best so far? After the meeting, you're sitting in a circle at the meeting after meeting. Cool concept, isn't it? It's a cute question you can ask. How much money can you see yourself making with this? How soon are you ready to make more money? If I answer you all the questions, you are ready to get started. So become a master at closing. Number 5, the art of follow-up. The fortune has always been in the follow-up, and I want to emphasize one thing. Follow-up does not stop until someone dies. After the presentation, take 24 to 48 hours and follow up your prospects. One, this is to keep the excitement level high. Then number two, this is to be able to answer any queries they might have, because naturally, if you do not follow up your guests, they are going to go and consult their friends who are even sometimes worse off than them about an opportunity they saw. Human nature. And when you tell them that do not consult anybody, they are going to do the same thing you told them not to do. I don't know why, but this is how humanity works. So 24 to 48 hours to keep the excitement level high. Then when you basically start acquiring good things, you have made the rank, stepped up, you've made the rank, post those pictures in your group. When someone in your team has bought a car, has basically made progress, post that information in your team. When you buy a new suit, go back to the place where you play soccer from, where you play pool from, greet everybody like a what? Like a politician. Make sure you do not run away from the audience of people you talked to. Are together? But in the art of follow-up, most people join after 3 exposures, 3 to 4 exposures. So if you do it once, if you present to them once and think you've done the job, you're wasting time. 3 to 4 exposures for people to understand. Use Facebook and social media to help you. These days are so complicated. We have so much going on in our lives. So technology is going to come in handy in terms of helping you. So after presenting, and you're basically trying to close your guests, in the meeting after meeting, let's say you're sitting in a circle, go ahead, take out a list and ask them, whoever has a WhatsApp number, to put it there and ask for their permission. Add them to your chat groups for them to be able to monitor what is happening in the organization. Every day you have a presentation, take a picture, post it in the group. Someone has made a step, take a picture, post it in the group. You have a very powerful event, take a picture, post it in the social media platform. As these people get to see these activities going on, their belief is going to grow and they're going to start coming back at a later time. Alternatively, if you have plenty of time, you can create what we call a follow-up book. Wake up every day, create like 30 minutes, call up your guests, and basically talk to them about how the business is going and the progress that is happening in the business. As part of follow-up, invite prospects to bigger events. The first presentation will be a home meeting. Second one will be a group presentation. Third one will be a one-on-one. Fourth one will be a Zoom meeting. Then you could also invite them to bigger events. Even if it requires money, sometimes you go an extra way to basically even invest in making sure you buy a ticket for your guests to come and attend some of the company events. Share achievements. Share your achievements, share your downlines achievements, your uplines achievement, and your sidelines. Keep sharing success stories on a daily basis. Then most of all, maintain good relationships. There's a tendency in MLM, people start following up and they become so irritable. Instead of building a good relationship, you become an irritating factor. Together? So be a master in the art of follow-up. How do you follow up? Show them something different each time and using various communication methods. Show them something different in your business every other time. Send them testimonials of product samples, brochures, training materials, etc. Use the phone, use your email. You could basically use your Telegram, Twitter, WhatsApp platform. So this is going to give them the confidence that the person they are dealing with is quite a leader and is caring about their what? Their dreams. Number 6, lastly, is the arts of ABC rule. ABC stands for edification. I've been talking about this several times. Even Jesus Christ was rejected where he was born. So do not think that you can be able to finish the job yourself. When you start presenting, you are. When you bring a guest, you are the bridge between the guest and the upline. Do not be the one to present most of the time in the beginning if you feel you don't have the right qualification. So you bring the prospect and take him to the experts. If you find a very successful teacher, if you find a teacher, take him to a very successful teacher in the business. If your guest is a lawyer, take him to a very successful lawyer in the business. If your guest is a pilot, take him to a very successful pilot. If your guest is a student or a housewife, take them to successful people who basically belong to their what? To their category. So edification is very important, and ABC rule simply stands for the fact that A, A is basically the upline, the top earner, the leader in the business. B is you, you are the bridge, and C is the customer. So you are the bridge between A and C. So you basically introduce them to the right people to talk to. But in edification or edifying your upline, mention something about, before you take your guest to be presented to by your upline or your top line leader. This is how you do it. Mention something about your mentor's background before joining MLM. You could say, this is a very wonderful gentleman. He's a professional baseball player, and he basically crossed to network marketing a couple of years back. He's one of the most successful leaders, and he's going to be sharing with you how you can succeed in this project. I want you to give him your soundest attention, because I know whatever he's going to share with you will make this business look very simple for you. He's very successful, and he has met at so many people here. So talk about his current status in the rank, in terms of rank. He's a diamond affiliate, he's a platinum affiliate, and he has done it in this period of time. Highlight his future plans to the guest, because as a leader, you have to basically share your aspirations all the time. Introduce him or her to your prospect. There and then you go and tell him, this is John, he's a very wonderful leader. He has touched so many people's lives. And you're so privileged that today you're going to be hearing from one of the best in our business. And it is a great honor that you're going to be talking to him. And finally, after introducing your upline, all the guys who are going to present for you, finally say something nice about your prospect. Upline, this is John, and this is why I think she will be a great asset to our team. He works with children, and he's very good with basically caring for other people's needs. So I'd like you to meet him and share with him how he can succeed in our business. You see how it goes? So pretty much that's a sales process. You have to go through a process to get your prospect to get signed up. Now, as you pursue your dreams, it is not a short journey. You start from far. To get your dreams, there is quite a distance. What you need to do is develop what we call a good learning and listening attitude. When you develop a good learning and listening attitude, you will be able to learn. Because when you come with your background as a lawyer, a pastor, a preacher, an IT specialist, that does not serve in our industry. It is more of a relationship business. So when you develop that attitude, you'll be able to learn. And if you're able to learn, you'll be able to teach. This hallmark of our business is basically teaching. If you can teach, you can be able to make money. After teaching, you can be able to duplicate. Anything you do in this business and you're not duplicating is automatically like squeezing milk out of a stone. So if you do something that your business partners cannot be able to do, it is wrong. Change them right away. The reason why we have a training center is everybody can invite someone to a training center, they learn the business, and if after learning, they can go ahead and invite their friends also come and learn the business. Everyone can invite, everyone can do, can basically share a video, everyone can share a CD of the opportunity, but not everybody can present as good as you do. So next level is, if you're able to duplicate, you can delegate. Time is going to come when you have a group of like 1,000 people, each of them has an event. Let's say like 100 people have an event, and everyone expects you to be at the same event. Simply share that information. Now, if you build leaders, you can be able to send them to each and every one of those events so that you can basically focus on the most important things. If you're able to delegate, you can also multiply. Time is going to come when you have a presentation in Kampala, you have one in Ginger, you have one in Dubai, you have one in South Africa, you have one in Kuala Lumpur, and all these people belong to your what? To your team. And after multiplication, the next level is network. So you do not have a network until you go through this process. Are we together? There is no shortcut. Most people want the money, most people want the recognition, most people want the prestige that comes to the industry, but they do not want to go through the process. Ladies and gentlemen, network marketing is a better way, but we are not selling magic pills. You have to go through the process to be able to attain your dreams in this business. If you're able to network, that's when we say, that's when the income comes. When the income comes, you can be able to realize all your what? Your dreams. So ladies and gentlemen, that is our sales process, and this is an addition, a step on how you can basically get your dreams. But anything you do in this business, make sure that your downlines can do whatever you learn. Run and get 5 to 3 people, teach them exactly what you learned, And that's how you basically create duplication. Your role as a leader is to clone some people to do exactly what you're doing. So, not forgetting, please follow us on our social media handles. We have a YouTube channel. Go and subscribe to it, and encourage your partners to also go and subscribe to it. This is Treasure Chest number 10. You'll find Treasure Chest number 1 up to 9 there. So there's so much training that you can tap from there. And feel free to ask any question. This is our WhatsApp line. I do know one thing: if you partner in this project, your life will not remain the same. Someone out there is waiting for you to transform their lives. Let me tell you one thing: nobody is going to change your life. There is not a single government, there is not a single economic situation that is going to change for you to get what you want. So change begins from within. The only permanent thing in life is change. If you don't change, change will change you by force. All together? So take charge of your life, and let us build a better world for everyone to live in. So that's all I had to share with you for today, and may God bless you. I hope you had a wonderful interaction with us, and have a beautiful day.